I want to start off this live by being extremely honest and saying that I've had a cocktail. I am buzzing a little bit. But even though I'm buzzing, I'm going to try to be thoughtful about the conversation. I be trying to always give y'all, like, I'm not high, I'm not drunk. I like try to give y'all those types of videos. But you know what? I'm whole. Lay them lay low. So I feel like it's important to be whole. So when you're coming in, make sure that you click like, make sure that you subscribe to this video, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Please do that. Like, please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get 4,000 before the end of the month. Click like. I'm trying to get through the algorithm. And I just wanted to ask a question, and I want y'all to think about it. Because I had my cousin, one of my female cousins who was born with a womb, she sent me a video earlier this week of this gay boy. And he was upset because she wanted to know my thoughts on it. He was upset because some gay men call him girl or call him a woman. And when I watched the video, I was triggered because of some of the things that he said. It gave me, it was just a reason for, like, I just was triggered. So I made some comments, some thoughtful comments in his comment section. And he just gave a whole lot. And then he, like, deleted the comments because what I said was true. We are our mothers and our fathers. We are whole. So if you're going to express feminine behavior, why would you be ashamed of the feminine labels? Like, let's be clear. Y'all always calling God a man. Y'all always referring to the creator as a man. Y'all get to call the creator he all the time. Why you can't wear a she? Why you can't wear a her? Why you can't wear a woman? Like, why you can't wear those pronouns? Like, you literally came from a mother and a father. So it's not making any sense to me. Like, I just feel like colonization got a lot of us messed up. You could be whole. You could lean more to your masculine. You could have more respect for your masculine ancestors. You could be holding more space for your for your masculine ancestors. And you can still be cool with a she every now and then. You can still be cool with a sis. You can still be cool with that. Like you can still have respect for your foremothers because, like, literally we live in a society where we always referring to God as a man. I watched another video today where they was calling Iyanla Van Zant a witch. The guy, I can't remember his name, but he was like super Christian. And he was calling Iyanla Van Zant a witch. And that upset me because he was like trying to call her a witch. And I'm like, why you're not talking about the warlocks in the church? Like, why you just talking about the witches? Like, why you just picking out women to criticize women and to talk about women? Like, why you are not talking about the men who are practicing dark magic in the church? Y'all literally drink the blood of Jesus and the flesh of Jesus, and you put blood over your door. And so y'all would be the last one to talk about witches and doing dark magic. Thank you, Alone. Thank you so much. But yeah, so like, but yeah, I want you to click the thumbs up when you come into the chat. But yeah, I feel like ownership of womanhood. Like, if women want to fight over that, then let them fight over that. Like, let biological women have womanhood. But I think the bigger conversation we should be having is masculinity, which is inherently gifted to us from our forefathers, and femininity, which is inherently gifted to us from our foremothers, the divine feminine. Is femininity, exclusively for beings who are born as women and identify with womanhood? Because let's be clear, a lot of them don't see themselves in that way. They see themselves as men. Some of them see themselves as trans men. Some of them see themselves as studs. And so I feel like a greater conversation needs to be had about, does femininity belong to black women? I can't really speak about white women because I don't fuck with them like that. I don't know that many of them. No tea, no shade. It's not me being shady. God got to forgive me if I said something that was wrong. I don't know a lot about, Caucasian women. I haven't been around a lot of Caucasian women. I didn't, I didn't go to like exclusively Caucasian schools. I didn't, you know, go all the way to fancy colleges and have fancy jobs where I had to be around white people all the time. I didn't grow up in an all white neighborhood. So forgive me if I sound ignorant when it comes to Caucasian people or white people. I know them, I've experienced them, but I don't have a lot of experience with them. And so I talk about black people because that is mostly what I know. It's not me being racist, it's me talking about what I know, a man, a woman. So anyway, and because I feel like black women, black indigenous women, deeply melanated women, women with C4 hair patterns, because I feel like they are powerful entities, and I do feel like they gave birth to a lot of the different variations that are here. But I don't feel like once you birth something that you can still say you own something exclusively, or you can say something is solely for you, because once you birth that thing, you're sharing that energy, you're passing that energy out. So you can't birth something from your progeny, something that comes from your DNA, and then say, oh no, you can't claim femininity. I was watching this video today where it was just a whole bunch of black women in the comment section, and they was reading this feminine black I didn't know if it was a woman or a girl, to be honest with you, because like my vision, how I see people, I don't look at muscles as a determining of whether you're male or female. Like, I think there are beautiful women who have a lot of muscles. So I don't look at a strong looking person or a person who has muscles and automatically say, oh, that's a man. Like, thank you, God Goddess, that I had a healing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I know the healing that can happen when we open our eyes, and I understand that feminine energy, that the divine feminine energy can manifest in so many different forms. It could come as a warrior, it could come as a goddess, it could come as strong and powerful, it could be soft and demure, it could be delicate, it could be fragile, but it could also be powerful. And so when I look at womanhood, when I look at femininity, I don't look at it from a narrow gaze of it has to be soft and delicate and it have to be approved by master. Amen, a woman. Thank you, Faith. Like it have to be approved by master. That's not how I see femininity. That's not how I see womanhood. I see femininity as able to show up in so many different ways, and so I don't automatically see a gay male dressed like a girl and automatically be like, oh, he look strong as my shoes. Oh, he looks so hard. Oh, he look a mess. Oh, he should be ashamed of himself. Oh, that's a waste of a good man. I don't look at black femininity like that. I look at black femininity as diverse and having all of this nuance and capable of manifesting in so many different ways. And so I don't look at black femininity as a monolith or see black femininity as this lane. It's not a lane. And so we need to stop having conversations about black womanhood, and we need to start having more conversations about black femininity and what black femininity looks like. Because we cannot always argue beings who are born with wombs and who identify with the construct of womanhood down about womanhood. Like, if that's something you want, if you need that, if that's what you need to feel whole, if that's what you need to feel respected, if that's what you need to feel valued, then let's have a conversation about the inherent femininity that is for us all. Amen, a woman. Amen, a woman. That we all have access to. That is in our DNA. That's in our DNA. Amen, a woman. It's in our DNA. It belongs to us. It's not just for black women. It's not just for black females. It's not just for our foremothers. When we come through them, we have our own access to it. We have our own power. We have our own divine feminine connection. Amen, a woman. We are not bound. We are not dependent upon or contingent upon access to that femininity. We have our own source now. Amen, a woman. And so I feel like that's an important conversation to have, and I feel like we don't have that conversation enough. It's something else I wanted to touch on. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I had froze up for a second because I had to go and check up something. But I wanted to talk about, I feel like I got my point across on that. If anybody wants to have another conversation about that, then go ahead. I can go into it more detail on another day, but I did want to get these thoughts out because I've been walking around with them for a minute. Um, Something recently happened to me. I shared my body. I've shared my body once or twice. And I was, like, so I have experienced, like the full penetration. And you know what I'm saying? They looked out for a girl. They made sure that a girl had her basic needs met. He was kind. He was generous both times. But I experienced that, and when I experienced that, I was able to explore more of myself in the physical because I realized that I resonate more with creating space. I resonate more with having capacity. And that is why the process of having my canal extended was so important to me, is because I want that space. I want that capacity. And when I tell you I've never felt more like myself, you know what I'm saying? I've engaged in intimate activities in all of the ways that you can. Like, I was born with a penis, and I'm exiting out of here with a handcrafted, robotic, helped out vagina. You know what I'm saying? And so I have been able to experience intimacy in all the ways in which we're able to experience physical intimacy. And I can tell you, I've never felt more like myself. I've never felt. I know why that was so important to me. Like, now, having that experience, I know now why that was so important to me, why that was so necessary, why I had to go through that. I had to go through that because I was becoming I was becoming more in touch with who I was. I was able to really, really just have that moment to really, really just connect with all of me, and just to see, like, when I got ready to go through the process, I was like, I want more capacity. I feel like I've grown spiritually. I feel like I've grown mentally, and I want more space. And I'm not saying that men, like, I feel like I feel like I make space. I feel like that's my energy. And I'm not saying that that's not a masculine energy, because, males are beings who identify with manhood. They lift the weights, you know what I'm saying? So they get muscular so they could carry things. So, they carry, but they don't necessarily make space unless they're participating in homosexual activities. And when you're participating in homosexual activities, I feel like you're tapping into your divine feminine energy. And I feel like there has to be a conversation about that. Like, there has to be a conversation that is not steeped in shame and condemnation about that. And what I realized, as a person who is constantly doing this work of trying to up this build up this nation, build up this community, build up this village, build up this tribe. You know what I'm saying? I'm realizing, as I'm trying to build up this, I know what it's like to deal with deadbeat dads. And a deadbeat dad is something that we've named it in this matrix, but a deadbeat dad don't have to necessarily be someone born with a penis who identifies with the construct of manhood. A deadbeat dad could be any person that started out on a journey with you to create something that was supposed to be for your people, that was supposed to be to bring joy to society, that was supposed to be to bring hope to society, that was supposed to be a part of pushing society forward, because that's why we birth things. That's why we bring things here, because we want, not all of us, birth things for sheer entertainment and distraction. Some of us, we're birthing things because we want them to be on a mission to heal this world and to heal society and to heal community. And so when we birth something, whether it's an entity that is walking and moving and breathing the same as you and I, or it is a space and a place, that we create so that we could gather together and heal ourselves collectively and share knowledge and share wisdom and art and information. Like, I've experienced deadbeat dads. I've experienced a deadbeat spirit, just somebody who's in you, somebody who helped you to create, somebody that helped you to create, somebody that helped you to build, somebody that helped you initially, and then they just left you, and you had to carry on with it by yourself. You had to continue to do the work by yourself. And so, being a deadbeat dad is so much bigger than just being a man who born with a penis. It's so much bigger than being a man who was born with a penis. Like, being a deadbeat dad is literally, you could be a deadbeat support system. You could be a deadbeat partner. You could be a deadbeat sister. You could be a deadbeat mama. And I'm just learning. Like, this is why I try. It's so important to me to just be honest with people and just to be transparent with people, because we saw what happened to one of our sisters today. I was reading a post that Dr. Tatiana Moulton shared on her page. She made a long post about Dominique Morgan, potentially facing some type of felony charges for stealing money or something like that, from taking money. And, it's all alleged, they haven't proven anything yet. And I don't know Dominique Morgan. Like, I'm not really close with her. Like I never knew her personally, so I don't know if she did it. But it just seems odd from everything that I've heard about her, all the information I've heard about this young lady, that was questionable, and they put her in that position knowing her past, knowing her affiliations in the past. They put her in that position. And so to me, it just seems like it was a culture. It seems as more so it was a culture, because I saw her at Creating Change this year. She was one of the moderators. Like, she was not a moderator, she was facilitating an event. Like, this has been a star-studded year for her. This has been a red carpet year for her. And I know these funders and I know all of these organizations knew what she was giving, and they put her in a position and gave her access to all that money. And I just can't help but feel like it was a culture, and they needed someone to be the patsy. And unfortunately, they gave her that. They let her hold that. And so, and I mean, she's had a star-studded year. Like, we saw her with T.S. Madison a couple of years ago. So I'm wondering what's going to go on with the house now, because her and T.S. Madison was working on the house for the trans girls. So what is going to happen with that? Is that going to be paused now? Like, what is the tea? Like, how is the T.S. Madison house that they were talking about earlier this year, how is that going to happen? How is that going to come into fruition, when her funder and her ally and, the ones who were backing her in doing this, like, they're legit, looking at 5 to 15 years, incarcerated. And so, my heart goes out to her, because, my thing is, I don't shame people, who are corrupt in a corrupt system. So even if it was true, I don't shame people who are corrupt in a corrupt system. We are a product of our environment. Diddy is Diddy because he got it from the founding fathers. Diddy wasn't doing it first. Like, Hugh Hefner was doing it first. Many other men were doing it first, and they just don't get caught because they're Caucasian and they're wealthy and they have access to more resources. They have more equity in this country. They have more leverage in this country. And unfortunately, for deeply melanated people, we got to get out there and wooks. Either we got to choose to live off benefits so we could stay out them people's face. We got to choose to live off the scraps that they give us, or we got to get out there and works for them to give us a little extra. And it's just unfortunate all the way around. It just puts us in a cycle of repression, oppression, and depression. And I'm not rejoicing, in what happened to her. It's just sad, But this is the thing with me. This is why I don't do the fake, the flaky, and the sketchy. And I tell people all the time, don't confuse my nomadic energy. Don't confuse the fact that I like to travel and move around for me being fake, flaky and sketchy, because I'm none of those. I'm not fake. What you see is what you get. I'm not flaky. If I can't show up, I'm going to let you know prior. I'm not just going to flake out on you. You're going to get noticed probably weeks before or earlier that day. I'm not just going to flake you out and not say nothing. I'm not flaky, and I'm not sketchy. You're not going to be like, oh, what is she up to? Because I'm very transparent. Hence my live platform. Hence all of the content that I have available. I probably have more content available than any black trans person my age. I could brag that. I'm going to brag that. Lay with dogs and get fleas. I hope she put some money aside. You know, my thing is this. Girl, I respect a Robin Hood. I respect a Robin Hood. You know, you take from the rich and give to the poor. But child, the stuff that they was accusing her of, baby, they was accusing her of getting her closet redone and motherfucking making payments on a Mercedes Benz. That's what they was accusing, and going shopping at like, I respect a Robin Hood. I respect a Robin Hood type of girl. Like don't like the only selfish reason that I would want to do time over is if I had to defend somebody, if I had to defend a family member or defend myself. That's the only selfish reason I would want to do time is trying to sustain, trying to protect my family, trying to protect my loved ones. But just doing time because, girl, I wanted my closet redone, and girl, I wanted a Mercedes. Underman. That ain't. I wanted to make payments on my Mercedes, and you know what I'm saying. I wanted to live lavish. Like, I'm gonna go hard. I'm gonna go do hard time for that. Nah, not me, fat. I'm not gonna say I'm above it. I'm not gonna say I'm above a bid. I'm not gonna say that. I'll never say that, because I never say I'm above it. But not for that. Not for that, sis. I'm not gonna do one for that. I'm not gonna do it for that, sis. Yes, ma'am. Now, if I was helping a bunch of people, look, you know what I'm saying? If I was trying to, look out for community, make a difference in the world, make a change. If somebody was hurting somebody that I love or something like that, I could see that.
Staffing and supply needs. The company says it intends
I could see that.
Employees affected by this.
I could see that, fat. But just for some material things. Oh, no, fat. I'm not about to do it, fat.
Exciting news from the Circumcision Center. Thanksgiving support for growing and expanding.
I'm not about to do it, fat.
Next door, and the largest selection of apartments designed for cheap transport, product, and cargo. Plus, we celebrated a one-trip promotion for our family. Looking to celebrate the Womanhood Vision right now. In the Central Parkway Vision Center, trust and loyalty has been the cornerstone of our success. Also schedule your appointment.
Been in an accident, overwhelmed, vulnerable, unsure of your voting rights? At the law firm Scott Garrett Associates PC, your well-being is our business. We're here to make it right when you've been wrong.
Scott Garrett and Associates, they work not here we get. They really truly care about their clients.
Our firm has been aggressively fighting for our clients. We're essential.
Can I fit all this in?
Scott Garrett and Associates PC, where New Yorkers get justice.
Look at this one under eye guy. It's gone.
Here's this side and this side.
Just look at these results. 1,500 plus techniques, 35 and fresh for vacation.
They are some of the hottest videos
on social media, those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Nancy Aroma is here to tell us why she says this one is for real, and I'm so excited. And I did this to my father. We were at home. I had the timer on, and we were screaming 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on full appearance, folks, feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen. I run a whole different the way I place my clients. We have thousands of individuals. If you've been in that
Bitch, I had stuffed that bag, huh?
you want a visual representation, call 1-800-447. That's 1-800-447.
Yes, ma'am, honey. So, yeah, it's laundry, man. Okay. Couple of laundry, man, tees. Girl, I had to wash today, girl. I couldn't do it another day, girl. You know when you get bottom surgery, girl, shit go to thinking. Bitch, stuff be having smells, girl. Girl, I have to... Girl, from castration to coochie, girl, it all smell funny. Girl, it all smell funny, girl. And bitch, after a little while, I don't like now. When I'm in my own house, I be feeling like I'm building power. Like I'll give you a little, like, baby, I want to have a little aroma. I don't want my aroma just to be completely absent. I want you to smell some of my natural scent. But girl, I don't want her to kick up to being a force field yet, girl. I'm not ready to kick her up to giving you girls force field just yet, girl. Cause you know some feminine beings, baby, they could stop taking care of their stuff and they could create a force field, baby. They'll create a repellent, baby. You won't want to come near them, baby. That stuff would be so itchy, ya, da, da. Mocha chocolate, da, Creolated mama. I ain't trying to do no mocha choca, voulez-vous oucher, I'm a try just yet. I ain't trying to give you voulez-vous oucher, I'm a twat, bitch, just yet. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, Pam. Not a itchy, ya. Okay. You gotta be careful praising idols, material positions. People will come right back on you. I like nice things, but they don't make you. That's right. It's almost like the first day of kindergarten. Baby. Girl, listen. But yeah, I want us, I talked about a few things in this video. I talked about the spiritual deadbeat, support system, being better at like supporting, because deadbeat dad is not just for, a dude that ain't showed up for you. Like we got some deadbeat sisters in our life. We got some deadbeat tribe members. We got some deadbeat community members in our life. And like, we need to stop trying to, pinpoint the blame on all these masculine beings who identify with manhood. Because if truth be told, they just as brainwashed. They just as delusional. I'm starting to see that now. Like I did the video, I don't know if y'all saw church versus state and trans versus gay. We really see the divide. Like we really see how, and then they have so many youth out here who are attractive, and America loves using youth. But the problem with youth is youth don't have wisdom. The brain works like a computer. It works really fast. It's not navigating the same trauma. So they're good to look at and they speak very well, but they don't have wisdom. They haven't aged. The wine hasn't aged, honey. It's like buying a cheap bottle of wine that ain't aged. It's cute for the moment. It was cute for the moment, but it haven't aged, so it don't have that quality. And they got a lot of youngsters out here on the forefront that are speaking for us and that are representing us in the Christian community, in the black community, in the gay community, in the trans community. And that stuff just haven't aged, baby. You need to get you a little bit more wisdom on you so you can speak with a little bit more compassion and thoughtfulness to all of your community. Amen, a woman. Because I saw this little black boy. His name is Amir Odin or Odin Amir or something like that. Very articulate, powerful platform, hundreds of thousands of people on his platform. And, he was like making this big old deal about how the Democratic Party won't leave the children alone and how the Democratic Party keep messing with the children. And I'm like, but when has the government not messed with children? So it was okay when they were circumcising little boys for King Jesus. It was okay when that was a mandate for little boys to get circumcised. It was okay when black children was going to school and y'all was telling us we couldn't wear this hairstyle and we couldn't wear our hair like this. It was okay when y'all was grooming young girls to be footstools to men and you was grooming men to rule over women, like playing with their head and literally playing with both of their heads, playing with both of these dudes' heads. Like you playing with both of these niggas' heads. Like literally cutting skin off of it. And the crazy thing about being circumcised, before you circumcise the penis, it actually looks more like a vagina. Because God has blessed you too. And before you take the skin off before you take the skin off the vagina, the skin off the penis, the motherfucker look like, excuse me, I'm cursing so much, I done had something to drink. But before you cut the skin off of the penis, if you look at it in the front of it, an uncircumcised penis, the wrinkles are made just like a little bitty vagina. Just like the head of an uncircumcised penis looks like a vagina. And so I think part of circumcising the penis was about differentiating the fact that this is just a long clit. We still a variation of XX. We start off as XX in the womb. And so seeing all of that extra skin, because vaginas have all that extra skin, all that, that's how they close up and all that. And the penis was doing the same thing. It would close up inside of that extra skin, just like the vagina would close up inside of that extra skin. And so that circumcision was about casting a spell, reminding us to infiltrate our minds and get us to see ourselves as just like extremely different from our foremothers. But when you really think about it, uncircumcised penises, if you look at them, like you literally could stick your tongue in the skin and be like this at the tip of it, just like you do in a vagina. Child, it was they casted a spell with that. They casted a spell with that. Like you can actually do research and you can see that the uncircumcised penis has been compared to the vagina. And so when they circumcised me, girl, I've been on a rampage ever since. Oh, y'all want to circumcise me? All right, well, I'm about to castrate me. And I'm about to give me a vagina. Bitch, y'all don't have control over what my genitalia look like. I'm going to show you. You shouldn't have never touched it. You should have left it alone. Because I did not give consent to be circumcised. I did not give consent to that. And y'all did it. So it's okay for y'all to mess with the little boys when it goes with your little slavery book. When it's in line with your slave master. When it's in line with that. When it's in line with your slave master, it's okay to do stuff with the children. But then, it's a big problem when the children start doing stuff to themselves that make them incapable of bringing more property here for this here plantation. Oh, it's an issue now. Now y'all can't make no property for us. So now we got complaints. But child, he was like, they messing with the children. Baby, y'all, they been brainwashing the children. Got these children around here acting like halflings, not knowing that they whole. Baby, talking about you can't change your DNA. And why would I want to? I am my mother and my father. My grandmother and my grandfather. My great-grandmothers and my great-grandfathers. Miss Thing, who you playing with? Bitch, I'm whole. Cut it out. Baby, I'm carrying like a live turtleneck in good old uncircumcised heavy on got so heavy on me like a pull dye coochie. It's easy to get them riled up. Young people are naive. Yes, they and baby want to talk about everything like they know exactly what they talking about. You right though, stay buying and washing panties with this juicy stuff. Stay by once you cross on over, honey, and either get them testicles removed or get that arm or get that whole surgery. Baby, when I tell you that tuna macata, oh, it's gonna find you, baby. Oh, it's gonna find you. You gonna get your own scent, baby. Yes, ma'am. But I'm about to get ready to go and walk back to this store. Chill, cause after I go and put these clothes down and fold them, cause girl, you know I want me another little sip, girl. But I hadn't been on live in a minute, and I wanted to give y'all like a different energy live. You know, like my lives. Hold on. My lives always be goody two shoe, but I want to give y'all a different energy live. So we'll talk about this more later. But anyway, I love y'all. Y'all have a good evening. Down but now that I say cool, keep spinning and turning in Gani Iyanko Kalukalo, which means I am a child of God Goddess. And if I am, you know you are. Y'all have a good evening, good night, take care, and be well. And remember to light your candles, purple hearts in the chat. Y'all have a beautiful evening, and I love y'all. Good night. I'm getting a call.